And now, as more disturbing details emerge from the ground in Ukraine, countless people are working to get in touch with family members they've been separated from. Last month, we talked to Zoia Cechulina. She's a mother of three. There's her family. And her family's been split up because of the war into 3 different locations. She's back with us this morning, I believe, from Budapest, where I think she's made it to at this point. Zoia, thank you again for taking the time to be with us. And we know you're with your 2 youngest children in Hungary. First, how are you 3 doing right now? And has anything changed since the last time we spoke with you?
Hello, friends. We are moving into remote family mode. We learn how to live in this mode. We still try and make our best to stay in touch, to use WhatsApp or Skype, to talk every day, just to hear the voice, to talk about ordinary things, school, lessons, movie, just to feel like a family together, but being virtually. It's hard, but it is the only way to stay together.
Oh, so a remote family mode is how you just put that. I mean, that sounds like something that you hear about throughout the pandemic, remote working, that type of thing. But remote family mode is just, it's so heartbreaking to hear. Now, I know the last time we talked to you, your husband and oldest son, they were still in Ukraine, one in Lviv, one volunteering. How are they doing now? It sounds like you have been in touch with them via WhatsApp. What are they telling you?
My husband is a military, so he's on the front line. He's defending our country. And my son, I am very proud because they continue to work, which means to pay taxes to the government, to the country, to use this money for rebuilding and supporting army now, as well as together with friends, they make some volunteering, as many people. So, people try to do their best from whatever location and try to do what they can and their skills which they have in order to help.
Absolutely. And have you heard anything from your husband, who's actually on the front lines? What's that been like?
We don't talk about those things, I'm a wife, I need to support him, so I just try to bring a little bit of light during our conversations.
Oh, absolutely, that makes sense. And how are your 2 youngest doing? I mean, adjusting to whatever this is, whatever you call it, some type of new normal in Hungary now, away from home. How have they been?
They are going to school, which I'm happy about because they have some networking, some friends. But of course, especially in the evening, sometimes, when we speak and they tell, we want to go home, we want to meet our friends. So it's not easy for them. But again, I think it's very important to keep them engaged with friends here, with lessons, and huge respect to Ukrainian teachers who give lessons here and who also from Kiev and other cities make online teaching to get kids engaged and involved.
Absolutely. What's it been like to find these resources in Hungary, in a country that you didn't live in until just a few weeks ago? What's that been like?
We have here communities of Ukrainians as well as local people support. My friend who accommodated us supports a lot. So we try again to stay connected here.
Absolutely. And now I just want to ask you before we let you go, with the eyes of the world on Ukraine, especially with what we've just seen coming around out of the cities surrounding Kyiv, those communities, what do you think the international community needs to know? What do you want people to hear? What do you want people to see? What do you want people to remember?
Just 2 things. First is to stop continuing double standards. Double standards in terms of not following values of the businesses, about doing what's right and still having business in Russia, and double standards of governments telling that they are deeply concerned, but still we have ships with crude oil in European ports and still we have gas contracts are not broken. And last thing, it's not about nuclear weapon anymore. Those kids and women and civilians have been murdered, raped, and tortured, not with nuclear weapon. It's humanity catastrophe, which I think world must finally stand with us.
Zoia Cechulina, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We are thinking about you and your family. We'll continue to check in. We pray everybody stays safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.